is Jenna and today I'm going to be doing my movie and television show wrap up for September 2018, as well as wrapping up a movie from August that I just for some reason forgot to wrap up in my August video. So we're going to start with the August movie, and that was To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars to. So the thing about this film is I have never actually read the book. It's based on a book by Jenna. I've never actually read it, and I was planning on reading it before the movie came out, and then I didn't, obviously, so I decided to watch the movie anyway, and oh my goodness, it was honestly one of the cutest rom-coms I think I have ever seen. I adored the entire cast. Like, I don't think they could have cast that film any more perfectly than what they did, and the story was fantastic. Like I said, I hadn't read the book, so I didn't really know what to expect, but it was really clever and really well done. I thought that the entire film just had this energy about it that was so much fun, and I really felt for these characters. I felt like I was super invested in their lives, and I kind of wanted to take them by the hand. I wanted them to, it was a thing, okay? It was a mood. That movie was a mood, but it was fantastic. And honestly, these are the kind of YA adaptations that I want to see. This was an example of a YA adaptation done right. Like I said, I haven't actually read the book, but from what I can tell, this movie did a fantastic job. Okay, so now moving on to the movies and TV shows that I actually watched in September. As always, I will start with my TV shows, and the first TV show I want to talk about is Younger Season 5, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars to. Okay, so this season was brilliant. Right from the beginning, like, it pulled me in, and it was very emotional. Like, it played with my emotions this season. There were moments of like, will they, won't they? And moments of, can you just stop being so mean to her? Like, she didn't mean to do it, and it was a thing. Every episode, I just didn't know what was gonna happen, and every episode got funnier and funnier as well, and I think that's amazing. The show constantly has me on my toes because I never know what's gonna happen. Like, the first episode, did not expect that ending. I did not expect that to happen at all. I am so ridiculously invested in these characters, and wow, my gosh, okay, that finale, that cliffhanger, how am I going to wait until next year to find out what happens? If you've seen the show, then you know the cliffhangers that I'm talking about, and how, okay, just how. And then the second TV show that I watched this month was Gallivant, seasons 1 and 2, the full series, and I gave that one also a 5 out of 5 stars. So Gallivant was brilliant. I have no other words to describe it apart from it was brilliant. It was such a clever show. It was really well done. It was satirical. It was funny as heck. It had such catchy songs. It had lovable characters. It had a bearded dragon taking the spotlight and more. And I don't know what it is about this show, but it just worked. Like, if you don't know what Gallivant is, it was an event series that ran, I think, it was what, 2015, 16 maybe? And it was just funny. Like, these characters were set in Middle Ages, and they just would burst into songs, but the songs were hilarious, and they just kept making all these references to other TV shows. Like, there were a lot of references to Game of Thrones. Their music referenced other shows and movies, so there was like a reference to Hamilton, a reference to Grease, West Side Story, and just, they really made it their own. Like, the second season's title was literally called something like The New Bear, aka Suck It Cancellation. And they literally, in the finale songs that they did, they were talking about their ratings going up and down. They were talking about whether or not they were going to get renewed, whether or not they were going to get cancelled, and it was such a really well done story, a really well done show, and I'm devastated that they cancelled it. Why? It was so good. So moving on to the movies that I watched this month, the first movie that I watched was a documentary for my American literature class, and that was The Atomic Cafe, which I gave 2 out of 5 stars to. This was a documentary film that was full of black humor and satire about the atomic bomb and the Cold War. It was full of American propaganda, and it had a non-linear timeline and was super confusing. I'm pretty sure they didn't shoot any new footage for it. Like, they just took footage from propaganda and footage at the time and stuck it all together and made a movie, and it just was terrible. So overall, the film was just confusing and weird, and it felt wrong to laugh at it because of what it represented, but it just, I don't know, it was weird. I didn't enjoy it. Second movie that I watched this month was another documentary for my American literature class, and that was White Light, Black Rain, which I gave 2 out of 5 stars to. So this documentary actually did have new footage, and it made me wildly uncomfortable while I was reading it, and it actually put me in such a mood. Like, I had the most awful experience watching it, and then I finished it and I was meant to go and do more uni work, and I just went, you know what? I'm in such a mood, I'm in such a weird, uncomfortable kind of situation that I'm just gonna watch something else. No idea what I watched, but I remember I watched something else because I just felt so uncomfortable. The third film that I watched this month was a rewatch, and that was Pete's Dragon, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars to. Not going to talk too much about Pete's Dragon. I've watched it a couple of times now, and I actually have a full movie review of it, which I will leave linked in the description box below if you are interested. Fourth movie that I watched this month was yet another rewatch, and that was Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars to. So my university does these midweek movies where they have films that are roughly about to come out or just come out on DVD, and they put them on in the theater, cinema kind of thing, and we get to watch them. As soon as I saw that Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was one of the movies, I was like, yeah, I'm going to that. I can't not, because as you guys know, I'm obsessed with it. Words cannot describe how much I love that movie, and if I ever get a chance, if someone's like, let's watch Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I will drop everything and just go watch it. Love that movie. Fifth movie that I watched this month was another rewatch, and that was Mamma Mia, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars to. I don't want to talk too much about Mamma Mia because I think I talked about it a lot before Mamma Mia Here We Go Again came out. Mamma Mia, great film, great songs, great acting, great story, great everything. I love it. It's a great film. The sixth movie that I watched this month was another rewatch, and that was Star Wars The Last Jedi, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars to. So I'm not going to talk too much about it here because not only do I have a full movie review of it, which I will leave linked in the description box below, but I also recorded a little mini review after I watched it for my reading vlog, so I will also leave that video in the description box below if you were interested. But basically this was my first time watching it since I saw it in the cinema, and I loved it. It was, I don't know, there's something about this movie that I can't quite put my finger on because like it's good, but it also sucks. So I don't know, it just, I have a lot of feelings, but I did love it even more this time around. I love the characters, Rey and Kylo especially, like, oh my goodness. I think the movie could have been an hour shorter if Holo just told Poe the plan. Still hate the Mary Poppins moment, it's so stupid. But also, I'd forgotten a lot of what happened in that movie. Like, I remember sitting there and I was just like, I don't even remember this. So that was fun. It was like watching the movie for the first time all over again. And then the last movie that I watched this month was The House with a Clock in Its Walls, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars to. Funniest thing about this though is that I went and saw the movie, and then I came back and I kept bumping into everyone and they're like, oh, what'd you go see? And I went and saw The House with a Clock in Its Walls, and everyone just gave me this really blank look like no one knew what it was. It's a movie, guys, starring Jack Black and Cate Blanchett about a house that has a clock in its walls. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's right there in the title. So this was actually such a fun film. Like, I didn't really know what to expect going into it, but I really enjoyed it. It had fantastic humor. It kept me on my toes the entire way through. Like, I had ideas of what was gonna happen, but for the most part, I was like, I don't know, and I would only guess things like a few minutes before they actually happened. I love the kid. I can't remember the actor's name or the character's name because I'm a terrible person, but he was great. He was so weird, and they really played into that in the film, and that's one of the things I love the most. Jack Black and Cate Blanchett are my new favorite comedy duo. Like, I didn't realize they were going to be so good together, but they were. Cate Blanchett is actually really funny. I think I've only really seen her play like really serious roles apart from when she was in Thor Ragnarok, which she did have like a comedic element there, but yeah, this was just done so well and it was so much fun to watch. They had fantastic characters and a really enjoyable plot. Like, it was really simple, but they had a lot of moments that were like deeper than just finding this clock. They had a lot of stuff about kids making friends and a lot of stuff about family and loss and grief and renting, everything. It was such a good movie, and I actually really do recommend that you go see it. And so there we go. Those are the 7 movies and 2 TV shows that I watched in the month of September, and the 1 movie that I watched in August that I forgot to wrap up in that video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you have seen any of these movies or TV shows and what you thought. I would absolutely love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.